Hello dear students of ninth class. Today I will discuss about the 8th chapter. So we have read this chapter up to the page number 75. आज हम पढ़ेंगे the Khilji dynasty के बारे में. The last ruler of the slave dynasty was murdered in 1290 and there arose a new line of ruler called the Khilji. Jalaluddin Khilji was द फाउंडर ऑफ द खिलजी डायनेस्टी. ठीक है, जलालुद्दीन खिलजी जो है वो खिलजी डायनेस्टी के फाउंडर थे. हु कम टू द थ्रोन आफ्टर किलिंग कैकुबाद, द लास्ट किंग ऑफ द स्लेव डायनेस्टी. ही वॉज मर्डर्ड बाय हिज नेफ्यू अलाउद्दीन खिलजी हु प्रोक्लेम्ड हिमसेल्फ एज द सुल्तान. अलाउद्दीन खिलजी. On ascending the throne, Alauddin Khilji had to face rebellions of Mongols who had earlier settled near Delhi. When Alauddin heard of the rebellion, he got many of the Mongols massacred. After the Alauddin conquered all the territories of the Malwa, including Ujjain, Dhar, Chanderi, and Mandu. By 1305, Alauddin conquered most of the northern India. He had a strong army and started paying his soldier in cash. अलाउद्दीन खिलजी के पास भी जो है वो नॉर्दर्न एरिया उसने काफ़ी कवर कर लिया था, तो उसके बाद काफ़ी स्ट्रॉन्ग आर्मी थी. मार्केट रेगुलेशंस. अलाउद्दीन इज़ बेस्ट नोन इन हिस्ट्री फॉर हिज मार्केट रेगुलेशन. ही फिक्स्ड the cost of all commodities such as food, grain, sugar and cooking oil. For this purpose, he set up 3 markets at Delhi, one market for food grain, the second for costly clothes, and the third for horses, slaves and cattle. Second is Deccan expedition. Alauddin Khilji was the first sultan who, after conquering the bulk of the northern India, sent an expedition to Deccan under Malik Kafur. The kingdom of Devagiri, the Mudra and Madurai were conquered but not annexed. Alauddin did not annex these kingdoms for 2 reasons. First, उन्हें रियलाइज़ किया उसने कि ये जो नॉर्दर्न एरिया है दिल्ली से काफ़ी दूर पड़ जाता है. Thus, the ruler of Deccan were forced to accept the overlordship of Alauddin Khilji and to pay annual tribute to him. Measures against nobility. When Alauddin Khilji came to the throne, he had to face series of rebellions from the nobles. So he took a number of measures to crush their power. The nobles were not allowed to hold parties or festivities or the form marriages alliances without the permissions of the Sultan. आगे है मिलिट्री रिफॉर्म्स. Alauddin Khilji was first ruler of Delhi who laid the foundation of the permanent standing army. He imported quality horses and started the system of branding horses so that the soldier could not replace them with the inferior quality horses. He also introduced the system of cheras, that is giving the kind of identity card for every soldier. Revenue reforms. Alauddin Khilji introduced a number of important measures to get maximum revenue. He brought all the land of the empire under his direct control. ठीक है. He introduced the practice of measuring the land and fixing the state sharing accordingly. He increased the land revenue from 1/3 to 1/2 and demanded it to be paid in cash and not in kind. Toward the end of his life, he was dominated by Malik Kafur, his commander. Tughlaq dynasty. The accessions to the throne by Ghazi Malik had its own ups and downs. In 1320, he took the title of Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq Shah and began the Tughlaq dynasty. He died during the clasp of pavilion built in his honor in 1325. Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Ghiyasuddin's son Jauna Khan ascended the throne and took the title of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Muhammad bin Tughlaq was one of the most remarkable rulers of his age. He was a great scholar. He had great interest in religions and philosophy. Transfer of capital. During Muhammad bin Tughlaq regions, the empire had also separated to south. He shifted his capital to Devgiri near modern Aurangabad and renamed it Daulatabad. He did it for the following reason. Daulatabad was centrally located from where he could control Deccan territories. Delhi was in the grip of Serb famine and Delhi was constantly threatened by the Mongol invasion. आगे आ जाता है टोकन करेंसी। उन्होंने जो है वो अनदर कंट्रोवर्सी स्टेप विच मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक टुक वाज द इंट्रोड्यूसिंग द टोकन करेंसी। इट मीन इंट्रोड्यूसिंग ऑफ ब्रोंज टंका इन प्लेस ऑफ सिल्वर, क्योंकि सिल्वर की जो है वो शॉर्टेज आ गई थी उस टाइम पे, तो सो ही रिप्लेस्ड इट विद द ब्रोंज। Taxations of Daub. Muhammad bin Tughlaq wanted to conquer territory not only in India but also in Central Asia. वो अपने राज का जो बहुत ज़्यादा विस्तार करना चाहता था एशिया लेवल पे। For this he required a large army, इसलिए उसको बहुत ज़्यादा आर्मी की ज़रूरत थी। So in order to get more revenue he increased the land tax in fertile regions of Ganga, Yamuna, Daub. Plan of conquest. Muhammad bin Tughlaq dreamt of conquering the world, so he organized a huge army and paid 1 full year. एक साल की जो है वो सैलरी उन्होंने सोल्जर्स को एडवांस में ही दे दी थी, उस इरादे से कि वो जो है वो पूरे वर्ल्ड के ऊपर ही अपना राज स्थापित करना चाहते थे। Sultanate administration. The state set up by the Turk toward the end of the 12th century in northern India gradually developed into the powerful and highly centralized state. The Sultan was the supreme executive, legislative, judicial and military authority. The Sultan kept an eye on revenue and expenditure. He was assisted by a number of ministers. The key figure in administration was the Wazir, who acted as the Prime Minister. The Vizier supervised the work of the other officials. The final decisions were always taken by the Sultan. There were two other important departments, namely the Diware Risalat and the Diware Incha. The Diware Risalat dealt with the religious matter and was presided over the chief Sadr, who was generally a leading Qazi. The Qazi was the head of the Department of Justice and advised the Sultan on civil and religious matter. During the Sultanate, the empire was divided into provinces called Iqtas, which each province was placed under official called Muktis, nobles. The nobles formed an extremely powerful group as they held positions of provincial governor and military commander. During this period, the practice of giving grant of revenue from territory came to be known as the Iqtas system. Those who were given Iqtas were called Iqtadars. Out of this grant, the Iqtadars had to maintain themselves, their families and some soldiers for use by the Sultan during war. When the central authority became weak, many of these Iqtadars functions as independent ruler of the territory under their command. So this is the chapter about the different dynasties. I hope you understand about this chapter. Thank you.